Hey, what's up, all you witches and wizards out there? I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you again with another Owl House episode review. This time it's the episode 14 titled Really Small Problems. Let's jump in. As we see Luz, Willow, and Gus doing some homework and just goofing off and having a good time. We also see that King and Luz have created this comedy routine, basically, and just altogether being good buds. The relationship between King and Luz has really grown over the course of the series. But when Luz heads out to go to school, she ends up coming right back because it's infested with pixies, so she's off for the day. So Ida, having just gotten the mail, figures that they might as well go to the Bonesborough Carnival, which is oddly enough 1 day only. Weird. So they decide to head out, with Luz and King wanted to have a nice day of bonding, and Ida wanting to make some money. So they arrive at the carnival with Albert actually wanting to just head off and play some games, but Ida says no. And they end up running into none other than Tibbles, which they immediately find suspicion with, because it's just like, yeah, after all we did to you last time around, you're definitely looking for revenge. But he denies it, saying he has a new calling, Tibbles' Tent of Tiny Terrors, which is basically just small animals, and he offers to have a drink with them to celebrate his newfound success. And they immediately discard it, seeing it immediately as a trap. Good on them that they didn't buy into it. So Ida sets up a shop of a human horror house. Alliteration. You gotta love it. But Tibbles will not be denied in his revenge. Meanwhile, Luz and King spot some friendship bracelets, which look like necklaces, honestly, but friendship bracelets that King wants to win in order to share with Luz. Unfortunately for King, Luz runs into Willow and Gus, and while King at first is kind of okay with Luz hanging out with her friends as long as they still spend some time together. Unfortunately, King slowly gets pushed to the side in terms of this little hangout, which you never want to be the extra wheel. You never want to be the odd man out in a group of friends, especially when you're not friends with everyone there. So Tibbles manages to use this against King, showing him this mysterious potion that causes people to disappear and reappear as long as you touch your cheeks. So at first, King doesn't want to use it, still just wanting to have a good time with Luz. But when Gus and Willow continue to pull her attention elsewhere, and then Luz goes off to get some food, not to mention with, Gus kind of demeaning King at every turn, the potion he had in his fanny pack falls out, splashes Willow and Gus, and they disappear, with Luz immediately coming back and deciding she wants to continue getting those necklaces with King, getting tickets for those necklaces. So, King thinks they'll just be alright because they're just poofed and they'll just be back, only for it to be revealed that they are in fact shrunk down. Honey, I shrunk the kids. So Willow manages to wrangle in a fly, and they're off to try to get Luz's attention. Meanwhile, of all things, Ida ends up getting ambushed by none other than the fun police. And while she tries to fight back, she comes to find out that Albert is actually just off playing games. So, taken off guard, she tries to make a run for it, only to immediately get captured. The most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles, ladies and gentlemen, as the owner of the carnival manages to talk Ida into basically working for him in exchange for him not turning her over to the police. So, yeah, extortion. It's the name of the game, baby. And while Luz and King manage to get all the tickets that they need, Luz ends up being drawn away by getting some cotton candy in her hair and then led over to the Hall of Mirrors, where Willow and Gus let her know what's going on. So while King manages to procure the bracelets, Luz ends up confronting him with what he did, with him saying that it was only supposed to make them disappear, but, saying that doesn't really fill Luz with any confidence in King. But fighting over the bottle ends up splashing it on the two of them, causing them to shrink, with Tibbles revealing that ultimately he lied to King, that it's not just his cheeks that need to be touched in order to reverse the process. It's Tibble's cheeks that need to be touched. So Tibbles uses this opportunity in order to put on a new show. Basically, odds on how long the kids will survive against the tiny little animals in his pen. With Ida being nearby and none the wiser, selling candied crab apples. But King takes this moment to try to apologize to Luz and her friends about what he did, only wanting to just spend time with Luz because with all the time she's been spending at school, he sees her less and less. And again, it really goes to show just how much Luz has grown to mean to King. While he's not always the best friend, he still really cares about the attention and camaraderie that Luz gives to him, and it means a lot to him. So he manages to work his way up to the rim of the enclosure and tosses the friendship bracelets at Tibble's cheek, causing him to touch it, causing the entire process to reverse, with Ida just now realizing what's been going on. So, as both the kids and the animals are regrown to normal size, Ida dumps the candy crab apples on Tibbles, alerting the animals who have gained a taste for candy crab apples and a taste for Tibbles. And with the bracelets destroyed and basically cut up into four separate pieces, King offers those pieces to Willow and Gus as a sign of friendship, apologizing to Luz for everything that's happened, with Luz kind of understanding where King is coming from, and them going on rides together, as Ida has managed to get exactly what she wanted out of the carnival, and that's money, baby. And that ends the episode. Just fun little romp. Nothing really important really happened here. It was the return of Tibbles, and it was okay. Nothing really important happened here, but we'll see if Tibbles continues to be a thorn in the side of the Owl Lady. But who knows if he'll reappear once more in this season. I'm not sure. I think this might have been the last hurrah for Tibbles until next season. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you expect to see more Tibbles beyond this? Or do you feel that Tibbles should never return again, as he's not that interesting of a character? And what do you think about yet another episode where King has to learn a lesson? We really do seem to get a lot of those. They are really getting some mileage out of Alex Hirsch voicing King. But again, comments, like, bell, subscribe, whatever you feel. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I will see you later. Bye bye.